Well guys, you've done it. 20,000 YouTube subscribers. What a monumental number. Just insane. I cannot say thank you enough to everyone who has liked, subscribed, watched videos over the last 4.5 years. It's been something epic. Never did I think I'd get anywhere near 20,000 subscribers. We're just gonna keep going. Anyway, good morning. First job today, this load of dung is going up to the field heap. There's a bit more there, but there's not really enough for another load, so we'll leave that for another day. And then you can see there's a bale ready on the handler there. Need to put this on that straw chopper. I think we're fogging up. When we get back, and bed up the baby calves. Just building up some air pressure, that's why we're bleeping. Right, that's us. Back ourselves out of here. Look at the size of the clamps going back. We are eating some maize. Oh, me and Rob changed the rubber on the back of that scrape the other day. In fact, you can see a bit of that footage now.
That's the Rob influence. So the ongoing known fact will be bullied forever. Yeah. You just get on with it instead of messing around. I like that I get all the clean jobs. Yes. I never get the dirty jobs.
Well, you did.
And only Richard gets the tip.
You got to clean it.
I feel like that's cool. Right, now for the fun one. Don't worry, luckily for you, I'm too stubborn to stop. Too stubborn to stop.
Your washer is part of the rubber. I was just saying.
Yes, I know. I did see that. Well, I was going to get it off, and I was like, well, that's just silly. Oops, sorry, John.
Ah. Oh, where's your nut?
Up on the roof, probably.
On the roof?
Just up above my head. Can you see it or not?
Nope.
Where's there somewhere? Oh, I've got shit in my ear back in here. It's here on the floor somewhere, John.
Yeah, there it is.
Right, thank you.
It's actually right beside where I sat.
Well, yeah, probably. Right, is that anywhere near close?
There's nothing to catch. Hang on, move your thumb. Your thumb is right. No, not enough to catch, don't it? Nope. We might have to get some clamps.
I'll let you carry on fiddling around.
Fiddling?
Dilly-dallying. I'll let you mess around. I'll just get on with the job.
Sounds about right.
Just gone into the rubber, yeah. Pull it that bit out then, I guess. Make some change.
Just lying to make friends, as per usual.
Just dragging out the content.
Bare content.
Literally dragging out the content. A bit like us wiring up or something.
The Keenan? Yeah, 45 minutes of wiring up the Keenan.
Could have done it in 10. But...
One wire.
But think of the content. Feels like it's worse.
Yeah, it is.
Have you worse?
Well, I think because you've tightened this plate, right. Bent the
change your plan. Look in that box, there should be a longer bolt.
Yes, much longer bolt.
Right, we'll go with that one. I don't know why there's such a short bolt in there. I thought we would almost got it.
He's got to come towards me a bit and down.
Is it going in? Going tighter?
Yeah.
You got the spanner on it?
Yeah. Is that it done?
Yeah, we're done.
Oh.
Literally done. No Richard involved, no working an hour over your lunch break. Right, sorted.
And I couldn't even go home for lunch because the road was closed.
Right, done. Well, that's our day's work done. I'm off. Right.
Oh, snazzy. Look at that. It'll be worn halfway down by the end of tomorrow. Digging up the concrete.
I'll just turn this dial right down.
Right, so we've got the new snazzy piece on there. I was a bit late to the party, I was having my breakfast, but Rob has pressure washed off the entire thing. There's a bit of the tractor left to do, which I'm going to do in a minute. There's our cow that we keep having to pick up. Really bright and eating and drinking and everything, and she'll get up. I think she's just really sore. I said in the last video it doesn't look very good for her, but she's actually been moving herself around the shed overnight, so whether we're turning a corner back the other way. But anyway, these are the new rubbers fitted on the scrape, so do a much cleaner job now. These box scrapes are brilliant for taking slurry a long way, like we have to. So like from the corner of that yard over there all the way down around the back of the parlour, through the yard and into the slope, it was just that way. So we just put the new back rubber on. Me, Rich and Abby put the front rubber on back along, and that was a lot harder because that bar is bent. A little bar there that sort of sandwiches everything. That was a hell of a job. So that should do a better job for a while. Problem with these things is like they're just constantly wearing out because they're constantly running on the floor. And then you add sand into the mix. It's no good. Anyway, let's get it out of the shed. Look at this, we're out in the fields on the 17th of December. Just having a bit of a clean up around the grain bins, because there's probably a load of weed seeds in there. We don't want to be tipping it on the dungy. Richard made a very good point earlier. It's going in the foot of the edge. Hockey on the case if there's any rats around. We haven't seen any, which is a good thing, I suppose. Hit is away on maternity leave now.
You go fairly hard on the composition.
Famous last words. What do you reckon? Started ripping your cobbles up there. Ah. Right, we had a bit of a clean up there around the cobble yard. I've destroyed some cobbles. And whilst we've been up there, we've actually had a delivery of sand. Try and push that up a bit, I think. To be fair to Matey, who delivered it, he has tipped it right on the pile. That's the way to do it. I don't want to play with it too much, so I end up making more of a mess than I started with. Right, I've decided that will do. Beauty. Well, that cow's turned around again since we were here. She's obviously feeling better. The heifers are going to come in here. Oh, you're on the one. In 6 days. So she's got that long to make up her mind what she's going to do. This thing's been stopped and started quite a lot this morning, so we'll leave it running whilst we're fueling it up. Tank of fuel. Some would say that's just doubled the value. I am joking. Calm down. Get out and open a door. Damn it. At least we didn't need a big tractor on the generator this morning. Wonder how long that will stay that clean. Yeah, you can't see, but up behind the bank there, they finished fixing that electric pole yesterday. They ended up having to get a digger in and do a lot of work. They've been back there this morning, sort of levelling about and repairing the ground where they went in with the digger. So normally we would have foot bathed the cows yesterday on a Monday, but because we were on the generator and there was enough else going on, we didn't. So I'm just going to stick the foot bath up now. Be ready then for later on. We'll do them today. They can go through on Friday as well. Bit cleaner. Now it might seem a bit odd to wash that down before the foot bath, but it just keeps the foot bath as clean as we can for as long as we can, so the cows aren't walking through slurry here or ground that's got dirt on it before going through. In all honesty, that one little foot bath is probably far too small for the amount of cows we put through it, but at least we're doing something. Better than nothing. And touch wood, there's not a lot of feet problems, or there's not any feet problems at the minute, so. The cow is doing a right bit of wriggling. We're picking her up twice a day, but the pin lifters make her sore, so we put a belly band underneath her now, so we're going to pick her up with that later on, so they're not hurting her hips. We're hoping that'll be a bit nicer on her, perhaps make her want to stand up for a bit longer. Would you look at that? We're going up in the world. Look how green this field is. This is maize stubble in here, one of the ones that was drilled in between the rows of maize whilst it was growing. Oh, lovely scenes. Yeah, look at it, green as a lick. Right, my one and only load of dung done. Let's get back home. Hey, would you look at that? We've gained a telegraph pole. That must have been the one they took out the other day when the power was out. I'll show you the pole they replaced down here. So here is the pole that they've put in. I could get out and show you, but it's cold outside and I've got the heater on in here. It's nice and warm. And no wonder it took as long as it did. They actually did it remarkably quick when you see how much work's gone into it. Not only have they had to take everything off the old pole, they've had to put this one in, put a stay in, and then there's power going straight down the line that way, but you can't see the wires, which is what feeds the farm. But there's also power going perpendicular to it that way, which feeds our neighbours, and then I guess a lot of houses and a business up the top here. That would have taken a long time to swap all that stuff onto a new pole and get it all in the right place. I mean, it's all just a massive tangle of wires, isn't it? So thank you to anyone who worked on that. Got us going for the afternoon at the weekend. Richard is inquiring about new generators, so hopefully there'll be one here before too long. I think I said at the end of the last video, if we have a power outage now, we're knackered. We'll have to go and find a generator because ours is kaput. Well, part one of the next pan's gone well. Got that on. Just need to get a bail in it now. Side of this machine, brilliant. That would have been really handy on the Lucas one we had at Norfolk. Don't want to be wasting any now. Right, let's see how this goes. I've never used this machine on my own. Pray for Josh. Other than putting the pipes in the wrong way round, I think that's a success. I mean, they got fresh straw anyway. Probably not as quick as Rich or Robert doing it, but it's the first time I've done that. Tick. Right, I apologise about the flicker with the light. We're in the parlour now. Just doing a bit of maintenance on some of the clusters here. A lot of these pipes have become absolutely shot, like you can see that one there. He's knackered. I'm going to replace those ones. I've got to replace these ones because where they join the cluster there, that's toast. That kept falling off this morning, which is really annoying, and that's already shorter than the milk line, so I have to replace that as well. Now I've got a couple of these little short pulsation tubes that I need to replace, but I need to go back through and see which ones they are. So yeah, just a little bit of maintenance ongoing. The liners, these bits, they need replacing. They should have been done before we started calving, which was obviously a long time ago now. But there was a problem getting them in the country. They get held up at customs for whatever reason. People think we're smuggling drugs. Just want some liners. Red hot water in there. You need that to get the new stuff on. Here is the new ones. That's an old one. Don't know why that's in there. get rid of that. There's the new stuff, look. Look at that, lovely. There's no way you get that over the fittings without heating it up so it can warp a bit. Right, now you see very carefully slice down the middle of the two pipes because you've got to split them ever so slightly. Like that, perfect. Then you sit at the end of the pipe in your hot water for 30 seconds or so. Look at that. So yeah, this pipe here is obviously the new stuff, and we use the same stuff for the pulse tube here. Just cut a piece off, cut it in half. I know this is quite a boring job to watch, but it is an important one. You start getting leaks in your pipes, sucking in dirty air or muck or whatever, it soon starts to affect your back to scan, which is cleanliness of your milk and the cleanliness of like your parlour and whatever. So yeah, try and keep on top of it. I'll do that one and a few pulse lines. It's also just really annoying hearing air sucking whilst you're milking. Right, now all these pipes are done. I ended up doing quite a lot. The next issue is this. See, these mats have all come apart. They don't really sit together very nicely. And under there I've got a blooming sandcastle going on. So we're going to try and sort that out. Now, for whatever reason, the mats from there backwards all stay together really well. But these ones just float and then you get sand and water under them. I mean, it's like an inch deep there, the sand. So I'm going to get rid of that. Well, what a transformation, if I do say so myself. Actually see the concrete floor now. Taking out, this will be the third bucket with sand in it. Get rid of that in a minute. I built myself a little sand castle here in the yard. Look at that, all that sand was underneath those mats. This bit's got a bit of water in it. There you are, fair whack of sand. All that's left to do is put those mats back down. I've got no way of joining them, so just one of those things we have to do a couple times before the cows go back out again. New mats for Christmas, Rob? There you are, that's not a bad way to spend an hour. A bit of maintenance. Just whilst we're here, we get all this ready for tonight. Right, last thing, can't go without showing you Juno's new shed. Look at this! Juno's got himself a little house, keep him out of the elements. He's been waiting for that for a long time. And he'll be a happy little robot now. All tech screwed onto the frame bolted down. Look at that, proper. Right, so that is me done on this video. Thank you very much for watching. A massive thank you again for getting us over that 20,000 subscriber line. It's just amazing to think, like if you picture it as 20,000 people stood in front of you that have all clicked subscribe on our channel, it's mental. It's been an amazing 4 years making videos, and we'll obviously continue to do so for as long as we can. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you on the next one. Cheerio.